Hello, I am Bunlot Khoy. I'm from Social Science and Humanities, Royal University of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Today I'm going to present blended learning, investigating the role of Sangapac online learning platform in the growth of the first grade student Khmer vocabulary score. In this presentation, cover of 5 points. The first introduction and the second literature review, the third research methodology, the fourth research finding, last one conclusion and recommendation. Introduction: the positive effects of blended learning of learning and teaching. Let's up research to examine the role of Sangapac online learning platform, the growth of the first grade student Khmer vocabulary score. Khmer learning use some repetitive and traditional vocabulary teaching and learning techniques. This is one of the Khmer learners' challenging issues that in some cases make learners disappointed in attempted learning Khmer vocabulary. More than 90% of the children in the late 1990s, among 500,000 grade 1 enrollees, only about 100,000 continues their study till grade 12. More than 50% of those who took the test scores below the passing rate by national assessment in the grade 3 and 6. In this presentation, cover two research questions. The first research question: to what extent is the mandatory practice improves the growth rate on the Khmer vocabulary score for the first grade adopted by Sangapac online learning platform? And second research question: how is a school principal and the founder of Sangapac Anuwat perspective on the role of Sangapac online learning platform in the growth of the first grade student Khmer vocabulary score? The literature review. In many researchers or many definitions led to the blended learning is increased vocabulary skill help students estimate more spelling errors and their acquisitions of the new vocabularies based on Artiso 2010, Galileo's trend and Bakery 2015. Another research to mention that blended learning involved in learning process increase and apply vocabularies appropriately and raise student attention. And the blended learning provide high qualities and core language instruction and access and flexibility. Blended learning inspires students to engage in learning aspects and to have the students to help them enjoy the process and make it easy to understand. And the positive impacts of the blended learning to improve their vocabulary skill, comprehensions of the sentence structure through digital literacy and self-learning. This is a research methodology. In this, the researcher used the one group pre-test and a post-test design and interview. Instrument adopted by Sangapac Anuwat 2017. The first grade student as a participant in this study, 10 multiple choice questions and done it test for 3 minutes. The processions for the 3 months, the lab test, pre-test, and post-test will be conducted in this study. There are the 3 steps for doing the process. The first, a pre-test. It means the student can do a pre-test that assigned through the instant exchange in an online chat. B. After student finish the pre-test, student move to the lesson that student want to learn. Each lesson was designed into 7 fragmental activities, and students do at least 45 minutes. This is 7 activity for student to do practice. I will explain next. C. Okay, the post-test. Post-test, the same, the pre-test. It means the student finish the lesson and student move to the post-test. Here is the process of student learning through Sanagpac's online learning platform. The first step, students have an account to register in this platform, and then student complete account already. Student move to the step 2. Student chose the evaluation and part. Student can choose the lesson that student to do a pretest. Here is an example for a student in the step 3. Okay, student do a test in unit 87. Okay, and then the student practice 10 exercise as is a step number 4. Okay, this is exercise number 1. Okay, this is a period our student can do. Okay, led to the lab of exercise minutes and 9 questions. Okay, the pretest sample. Okay, here the pretest sample. Okay, after student to do a pretest already, student move to the lesson practice. Okay, it means student chose the step 5. Student chose the subject for the student learn. Okay, and then the step number 6, student chose grade for the student to learn, like grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then student can move to the lesson and choose the activity for student to do. This is the activity number 1 for student and use as listening and repeating the word. In this, the activity for the student can do. Okay, student look at the picture and then look at the keyword like this, and then student can press the button to hear the word, and only single word the student can hear. After student listen and practice with this word, student can rehearse the sound to correct with this word. The student who press this button to say this word. Okay, it means record into the box, and then student use agree. Activity number 2, matching word with the picture. In this one picture, the student can press this button to hear the sound, and then 3 words. One of the 3 words is correct with the picture, and the student chose the correct word, and then student move to the agree. Activity number 3, matching picture with the word. It means one word the student learn, and the 3 pictures student find which picture is correct with word. Okay, and then student use the button agree. Step number 4, activity number 4, arranging word in order. Arranging word in order, it means this is the 4 word for student, and then student put which word is the first and which word is the last. Okay, in order to correct there, and then student can use agree. Okay, number 5, constructing word with the picture. Student look at the picture. Okay, this is a picture, and then this a keyword with consonant, vowel, and subconsonant, and then student can combine and to create a single word to match with this picture, and then student use the button agree. And the step number 6, listening and dictation word. In this activity number 6, I mean student to listening and dictation words. Student press this button to hear the word, and then this is the key letter and key consonant and vowel. The student to create the word that student hear. Okay. After student create all these, student use the word agree to move to another activity. Activity number 7, okay, completing word in the sentence. Student have a short sentence and key 3 words for student to complete in the correct sentence. Okay, student can press the button to hear the sound and on other word, and then student to press all this button also have the sound, and then student press which word is correct in this sentence. After that, student use the word agree to move to another activity. I declare that each activity has many practice for the student to do. At least 45 minutes for a 7 activity that student can practice. Okay. After student practice lesson already, student move to assessment test as a post-test process. Okay, here is a step number 7. It means you need 87 the student to do the practice here. I mentioned it as a pre-test. Okay, this is a sample of the post-test sample. Okay, for the student, I mean 1, 2, 3 is matching okay combined words, and 2, 4, 5. This is okay. Say the 6 is the combine the two matching the word, and 7 and okay, and 8, 9, and 10. This is activity number 4 for a student to practice to complete the word in the sentence. Okay. The result for the pre-test and the post-test. This result here the test like the pre-test. The pre-test student to do the 10 and question, the 10 and item. The student to correct the 4 and a mistake 6. After student learning lesson and learning the process of the 7 activity, the student to get a score 9 correct and 1 mistake. Okay, research finding. Okay, in this research finding led to demographic information. Okay, 108 students are a single gender school doing a pre-test and post-test. It means female student. Okay, of 4 classes, each classes was contain 27 students each class. The school principal and the founder of Sangapac Anuwat was interviewee. He asked a male. Okay, who is 37 and 40? Who is 38 and 48? And the degree of them are the master and doctoral. Okay, at least 5 years experience of school principal. Okay, as administrative office and policy and department in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport, and the founder of the Sangapac Anuwat, Vice Dean of the Faculty of Education at Royal University of the Phnom Penh. The current position of the school principal, head of administrative office at the policy and department and administration of education, youth and sport, and the founder at the Sangapac Anuwat, editor and research consultant. Here is a research question to answer the research question number 1. Okay. Khmer vocabulary score analysis in the study. The pre-test, the student to get the mean 5.29 and the standard deviation 1.67. After the student continue to learn the lesson process, the student finish the lesson process, student do post-test again, student to get the score the mean 9.05, the standard deviation 105. It means the student can increase the score nearly double score for the student and after the pre-test and the post-test. Here the significance between the student to do pre-test and the post-test. It means the increase of the mean of the student. It means a different mean of the student 3.759 and standard deviation 1.245. Okay, it means the significant. There are significant between the pre-test and the post-test. It means increase of the student score. Okay. Now let me move to the research question number 2, led to the perspective of the school principal and Sangapac founder. To mention led to the teacher and instructor. Okay, teacher and instructor, the school principal and the founder of Sangapac Anuwat perspectives on teacher and instructor. Be easy access to the teaching material and assign student doing anything that the student needed. to control any activity for student learning lesson and doing assessment. 3. Manage time on task. 4. Done check worksheet. 5. Reuse copying paper. And the last one, notify low and fast learner. For the student, the student to get 10 benefit from the Sangapac Anuwat based on the school and the founder of Sangapac perspective. The first, be self-confident. 2. Be more fun for everyone. 3. Motivation and a challenge with a practice score and test result. 4. Be self-learning and self-evaluation. 5. Train to become skillful. 6. Master basic skill. 7. Be time on task behaviors. 8. Provide flexible alternative learning. 9. Spend less money and time. And last one, 10. Be transparency score test. The conclusion and recommendation. In the conclusion, to extensive learning environment and positive affective for the learner. The results show that the rule of Sangapac's online learning platform, pursued by the school principal and the founder of Sanagpac Anuwat, were many positive impact position to promote teacher, instructor, and student of learning anytime and anywhere. The Ministry of Education, policy maker, non-government organization, student family, and stakeholder should consider choosing blended learning to encourage learning as the new way of learning in the 21st century, like skill and a 4.0 industrial age that are advancing learner to a widespread learning environment and to get positive achievement. The study should be discussed for the study. The reference here, this is a reference to show to support this topic. Okay, thank you.